class. This is number 1 on 3.5. A survey of 500 people were asked this same question, and the results were recorded in a tree diagram in terms of percentages where M means male, F means female, E eats breakfast, D does not eat breakfast. So how many males are in the sample? So this first thing where this first tree says that 62% of the people were males and then 38% were females. So all we have to do is find the number of males in the sample. They said the sample was total of 500 people, 62% were men. So 62% of 500 is your answer here. So let me find that. So so it's just, yeah, of course, when you multiply, when you find 62% of 500, the trick is that the O here looks like a multiplication dot. So that's reminding you that you need to multiply the 62% times 100 to find the answer here. And so first you have to turn this percent into a decimal, because normally percent is just for conversationally, proper English and stuff. And we rarely actually use it when we're doing calculations. We never use it, you never plug in a number as a percent into a formula or anything like that. So when we do decimal, and I write down in alphabetical order decimal to percent, and I currently have a percent and I want to make it form it into a decimal. So gives me an arrow to the left. So I know I need to use that decimal twice to the left, and this becomes 0.62 times the O and the of is times 500, and that will give me what 62% of 500 is. So I just get my calculator and I just find the magnifying glass, and I've learned that you can actually just put things in as a quick calculator. So 0.62 and times 500, and it gives me 310. So there we go. All right, then the next one is very similar. They just ask you how many females are in the sample. So there's 2 ways to find this one. You could just do 500 minus the 310, because this is the complementary, right? If you are not a male, and if they're not counting transgender, which they don't like they are, right? Because 38 plus 62 is 100% of the population. So at least in this population of 500 in the sample, nobody's transgender or anything, or nobody's not transgender. Nobody is I mean to be both genders or something like that. Okay, so everybody is either male or female. So we could typically just take the 500, take away the number of males, and we'll find the number of females. So 190. Wait a second here. Did I do this right? 0.62 times 500 was 310. Let me just double check my answer here. Okay, yeah, everything's good. Okay, let's go on. Sometimes I make an arithmetic error, so it's nice to try and double check for those constantly. All right, there we go. Okay, so how many males in the sample eat breakfast? So what we need to do here is we need to look at the males only. And then they're saying of those males, how many eat breakfast? So one way of doing this is taking these percentages. So because they're saying of the males, 58 eat breakfast and 42 don't eat breakfast. So you can take these 2 percentages, the male and eat breakfast, and we can multiply those 2 percentages together to find the percentage and then we have to multiply that by 500 to find out how many males in the sample eat breakfast. So we can do the 0.62 times by the 0.58 times by the 500. And so we can just do that. I get my 0.62 times 0.68 times 500, and that gives me 210.8, which will round to 211. Then how many females do not eat breakfast? So this is females, and that's do not eat breakfast. So we'll do the 0.38 times the 0.4 times 500. Point 38 times 0.4 times 500, and we get 76. Then what is the probability of selecting a female who doesn't eat breakfast? Now they are giving you like the relative frequency of like males and males that don't eat breakfast and all this. So it is the same as the probability. So what is the probability of selecting a female who does not eat breakfast? So I would just take these two and together and multiply those together, and that's our answer. Because it's females who don't eat breakfast. Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry. I totally just read it wrong. When this is females who do not eat breakfast. So this should have been, it should have been the 38% times the 60%. That's what, okay. Sorry about that. And so let's do that calculation one more time. 0.62 times, oh no, 0.38 because it was a female, 0.38 times 0.6 times 500, okay? So that's 114. And this final answer is just the 0.38 times 0.6. So which is 0.228, which they want to round to 2 decimal places. So they want no more numbers after this decimal. They want to round to this hundreds place, or 2 decimal places. So they look to the number to the right. They ask, is it 5 or greater? Yes, it is. You add a number to the 2 and you get 0.23. Let me just double check my answers really fast. Okay, I must have made like a typo when I was dear. This is why it's really good when you like just double check yourself in. I must have made a typo when I was calculating the 0.62 times the 0.58. No, I like registered for whatever reason. So this should be 180. This program kind of lags behind. So how many males in the sample eat breakfast? I did the 0.62 times the 0.58 a second time and times 500. And the answer is 180 and not one. The program seems to have slowed way down. It's not like really responding. Great. Anyways, part C is actually 180, and it was just a typo when I was entering into the calculator. All right, I hope you found this helpful, and have a great day. Bye.